Welcome to the corner where we talk about anime, manga, and everything in between. And today we are talking about what happened at the beginning of my hiatus. Well, obviously it was because of the tooth mainly, but there were other things that ended up happening that continued to procrastinate as time moved forward. Like the whole thing about like having a job and stuff like that. I had one. It was just not paying me enough, so I had to figure out a whole bunch of stuff out. I was not in the best situation. I went from pretty much my parents' house to my sister's house to a place, and I still didn't really get out of that well. It was getting really hard to do much of anything without spending all my time at work. Pretty much is what was going on. So I started to do a whole bunch of stuff. I even started working two jobs at one point in time. Those two jobs became very detrimental. It started affecting my health a lot more than it should have, and I started getting sick towards one because they were overworking the staff in the first place. It was not a fun experience at all. But they were going to fire me because I was getting sick too much, and it was their fault that I was getting sick. And they said if I didn't do something, I would be fired, pretty much. But the whole situation that ended up happening was I was the best worker at the same point. So I mean, everybody says that though. Everybody just says that, but honestly, that's exactly what it was. I was supposed to be promoted, stuff like that, and then they decided that they weren't going to because I was getting sick a lot, and I was getting sick because they were overworking us. So it was one of those things. Like it just wasn't pretty. It was just one of those horrible things. I kept working nights and days for a different job as well because I was trying to make some money, get some things going, get things moving forward. It's sad when you have to pretty much work two jobs in order to just have something instead of working paycheck to paycheck, which means you're not really having much of a life in general. Around this time, I ended up helping my parents out and getting them into a place of their own. That was a pretty long time, and things started to look a little bit look a little bit better as time moved forward. But I was still stuck in a very bad situation. I was back with my parents, but that's only because I was out with my parents now. And they were in a different place now, so it was just kind of more like our place over me living with them. Um, the, the biggest thing that continued to happen was I started getting into a little depressive funk after that point. There's nothing I could really do to change my state of mind, and I didn't feel it would be appropriate to try to post anything for YouTube until I knew I was in a better state of mind, a better mood. But that's why my posts started become more sporadic, and I just started playing games and uploading them on there, going over to Twitch and drinking on there, which was a big problem because of the fact that I started drinking because I was depressed and stuff like that, and it was a pretty big thing. It just one thing led to another, and then that thing led to another thing. But it was fairly interesting. But I did bounce between those two jobs for a year or two until this, which actually is going to be another part that I'm going to be explaining a little bit later on, and how I ended up down in Arkansas and so on and so forth, which is pretty interesting, which will have a little bit more detail than what this video is going to have. I just wanted to give a more general analogy of what happened towards the beginning of my hiatus, with the missing tooth starting it all, then trying to get into a better position, moving into different areas, testing some waters out here and there. It was one of those things. Um, I will, like I said before, guys, I will be doing these vlogs on a daily now. I'm going to be catching you guys up on all the hiatus stuff, and then I'm going to be doing some daily vlogs talking about recent events and stuff, and then also doing some other things, and the vlogs and stuff will be primarily through mobile uploads. They won't be through on computer uploads. Um, I don't know when I'm going to be posting my first review again, and I don't know when I'm going to be posting my first theory again after after all this stuff. But you guys can look forward to at least having a video a day so far. My schedule is not going to be as constant in a bit since so on and so forth, but that will be something I'll explain in a later video as well. But so the next time you guys see me, uh, it will be pretty much part three and an explanation of what happened while at my job that was making me sick. But it's will be fairly interesting. And anyways, until the next time, you guys, I hope you guys have a great day and a fun one as well.